Hello and welcome to another hotel review. Today we're checking out the Bahari Beach Hotel in Mombasa. This is a place I've been visiting since childhood, so this review has been decades in the making. Recently the hotel has undergone some renovations, so let's go check out what's new. As you walk in, you're greeted by lush greenery. The hotel is designed in traditional Kenyan style with a makuti roof, basically palm fronds. The reception area is very spacious and the staff are incredibly friendly. To the left, there's a small boutique where you can buy souvenirs, though as expected, they're a little bit overpriced. Now walking in further, we can see that there's a covered walkway which is useful on the few days per year where it's raining. And if we descend a few steps, we can turn around and get a different perspective of the reception. Very cavernous, very cool. Now heading towards the main part of the hotel, we pass a small seating area with a table and chairs, and just around the corner of this is the massage and wellness area, which we'll check out later. They offer spectacular massages, and Caroline is the best masseuse ever. She's been giving massages for decades, so this place is truly amazing. Anyway, let's go and check out the room. This is actually my mom's room, and while the bedding hasn't been put on yet due to housekeeping, I'll show you a fully made up room in a bit. The decor here, as you can see, follows like a driftwood beach style, which is quite popular in Kenya. So yeah, excuse all the mess, but I thought better show you the room with the mess than not show you the room at all. And yeah, let's go and check out the bathroom. So as I mentioned before, the rooms have been renovated, so the bathroom has been renovated too. You'll find some bathrobes, a decent shower, not the most luxurious, but clean and functional, and a standard bathroom layout with a large mirror. More than enough for a comfortable stay, especially for two people. Now looking into the room a little bit further, you can see on the side table here there are some drawers, a mirror and some lighting. There are both UK style and international power plugs, and here you can see that they have the UK style and they're basically like international plugs, but the ones next to the bed are actually even better. Here's a look at the minibar. As you saw, there are some alcoholic drinks, and you have a fridge that's very full and stocked with soft drinks. Now here are the international sockets that I was talking about. You also have some USB-A ports, and yeah, this is very, very convenient. There's basically two of these on each side of the bed. Now each room also features a 4-poster mosquito net, perfect for those who prefer to sleep without air conditioning or who want some added protection against those pesky mosquitoes. Now every room has either a balcony or a terrace depending on the floor. This particular room, as you can see, is on the first floor. This is the locking mechanism, very advanced as you can see there. And yeah, I have to say the balcony was pretty okay. It was not a sea view, I'll show you that in a bit. This is a partial sea view. You get one chair and a table and an ashtray. From here you can see the neighboring hotel, the Voyager Beach Hotel, which we'll check out another day. So every day guests receive 2 bottles of filtered water, and you also get some coffee and tea making facilities. The cost per night for one person was 130 euros, full board. Would you stay here, Yang? Would you stay here?
Yes, but if we have discount.
It's better.
Yes.
We don't always have discount. We can't do everything discount. So this is what it looks like in a fully made room, and this is actually a sea view deluxe room. As you can see, you are facing the ocean, and this is an ideal view. It is a bit windy and grey on this day particularly, but otherwise this is great. And it's not the greenest at this part, but you are on a cliff, so it's a miracle that things are growing anyway. But this is definitely a nicer room if you are willing to pay the extra cost. Now let's go and explore the rest of the hotel and the facilities. Following Yang, we can see just how lush and green the property is. Don't worry too much about the creepy crawlies. Yes, of course, there are butterflies and insects. This is Kenya after all, but overall it's a really pleasant environment. Here you can have a look at the dining area. This is where breakfast and all the other meals are served, and there's both indoor and outdoor seating options. Heading into the main middle part of the hotel, on the left hand side you will find the bar and the exit, and on the right hand side the pool, which we'll check out in a bit. First, let's go inside and have a look. Here is the buffet being set up for lunchtime, and here there is a little tea time area with some cakes and some free coffee and tea. This of course only for hotel guests, unlike me on this day. I'm very happy to see that they also have a well-stocked first aid area, and there's also the bar here. It's called Kiti cha Pweza, and it actually wraps all the way around. Kiti cha Pweza means the seat of the octopus, in case you are wondering. And yes, as everywhere else, the staff are super friendly. Over here we have a media room. This is where matches or the World Cup or other important events are shown. They've set up the seats, put in some speakers. It's actually a great experience there. Here we have the jewelry room, or the jewelry shop better said, and I've actually never been in here, as I'm not somebody who wears jewelry, but I'm sure that's interesting. But this place, the Bahari Spa, I have been here probably 1,000 times. This is a really great spa. They have 3 treatment rooms. The whole place is air conditioned. My absolute favorite masseuse is Caroline. If you want to have a very good, strong Swedish massage, definitely speak to her. As you can see, there are loads of other oils and, all kinds of things. A full salon. So for all the ladies or anybody who wants to have pedicures or other, beauty treatments, you can absolutely go wild in here. Now out here around the back, there is actually a little area with some artwork and some local artists. So as you can see, there's some very beautiful pieces of art that you can buy here. In general, you can find lots of interesting art in Kenya, so make sure you shop around before you decide on something, but it's also nice having something like this in the hotel. Now let's walk out to probably the most important part of this whole hotel, the outdoor area, and especially the swimming pool. Now I find the swimming pool to be really good and really nice. Looks really beautiful. It's also quite close to the edge of the cliff somehow, so there's that kind of drop off kind of feeling. It's obviously not an infinity pool in any way, but I still think it looks very cool. I also felt like there were a lot more guests than usual, which is really great to see. And I really like this pool. There's a little kids area that's kind of not quite cordoned off, but is separate from the rest of the pool. And the pool gets really deep in the deep end for the adults. Now let's walk to the edge of the cliff here, and we will see the one bad thing that you can say about this hotel, and that is the fact that at high tide, the sea comes all the way up to the cliff. And that means that there is no beach for a couple of hours every day. Well, twice a day to be honest, because there's 2 high tides every day, and here you can see what I mean. Now if you go walking along the beach and while it's low tide and the tide comes up, you might end up having to walk back via the road rather than along the beach, because there will be no beach left. To the right here you can see where the beach ends, and yeah, you'll be kind of stuck, so you'd have to walk up to Voyager and then walk across from Voyager. Here's the beach bar called the Mikokoni Bar. Many a funny and interesting night have been spent here. So this is a great place to hang out and enjoy a sunset and have a few drinks. All in all, I have to say that this is a really cool place to hang out in the hotel. Now right below where we were standing, you can see there is this area where there are some local artisans. These are the beach boys, as they might be called, but actually they're called beach operators these days. These guys are absolutely cool. I actually know a lot of them personally, and you don't have to be worried. In fact, they have very fair prices and in general are really friendly. As you can see, the area right below the hotel is very rocky, but if you walk just past these rocks here, you will come to an area which is absolutely amazing, with just beautiful kilometers and kilometers of beach for you to walk on. Now, one thing that you do need to know is along the Kenyan coast, you get very natural seaweed. It is impossible to get rid of all the seaweed. So, here you can see some of it on the left when it's low tide, but of course there are times when there is no seaweed whatsoever, and sometimes when there's a lot, like during this period when we were there. Now let's go back up to the hotel. Walking back up from the pool area, you will find a nice little pond with lots of fish and some turtles. Behind the pond there's also a tortoise enclosure, and all over the hotel grounds you will find these special weaver birds. They make some very cool nests, and it's just nice to see wildlife from your hotel. Now, last but not least, there's also a gym here. Quite a nice gym, but it was full on the day that I was there, so I couldn't really film. But all in all, this is a really nice hotel. I mean, it's not absolutely amazing or anything like that, but for the price, I think you can't go wrong. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and see you next week with my next review. See you there.